Da 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 da. Hello, welcome back to Japan Game Junk, and today it's truly a great display of the PC Engine. So as I've mentioned before, the PC Engine is just a souped-up 8-bit system. You know, it's not really 16-bit like it claims, and yeah, it's, less than Mega Drive, less than Super Famicom, a bit better than your Famicom SNES, style. But still, in 1992, 1993, development was made on a game that really put the system on display, which showed it could be better than others. And it also basically introduced the need to create a 6-button controller for the system. As you can probably guess, this is Street Fighter II. This is the Street Fighter II Dash Edition, which is the equivalent to the Champions Edition for for the Sega Genesis or / Mega Drive, and also it has some turbo elements as well. So yeah, this is truly a feat in game programming, and if only the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Mega Drive, if they'd been released a little bit later and didn't have as much of a user base, this would have convinced people to keep with the Mega Drive instead of going with those systems. It's really that impressive. So, yeah. And Chun-Li can look at you. I'm Chun-Li, I think? Or is that Ken? No. If that's Ken, that's a very manicured, very well-attuned face and such. Okay. But yeah. One more thing about this, besides being better than, being better than playing with two buttons to have the 6-button controller, is, again, huge case. But it doesn't mean there are 2 cards in here like a double CD case. Again, there's a normal manual in the front part, and it looks like there's space for 2 cards, but really, it's because of the game itself. Ooh, it's got a little bit of a thickness there. Yes. Extra memory included in the game so that it can play at, reasonable quality. So yeah. Very few games were like this. This one, and also Populous, was like this as well. You have these kind of stuck out bits on the card, which contain the extra memory I mentioned before. Also, this is the shape of a card used for the arcade card, and the the Super CD-ROM card that increases the memory of the PC Engine to let it use the CD games with higher graphics. Anyway, you're going to see something. I mean, look, this isn't really cartridge-sized, right? This is tiny. But for 1993, let's see what kind of game you can make with that. That's pretty impressive. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the options now. And here you'll see pad 1, 6 buttons. I'll flick the switch now on the gamepad. There we go. And if you only have the 2-button gamepad, then you have light attack, medium attack, hard attack, and you press select to switch between punches and kicks. But, of course, with the 6-button controller, flip that switch up, and it recognizes that there are these 6 buttons, with the lightest on the far left, the strongest on the far right, kicks on bottom, punches on top. Easiest difficulty, of course. You even have your background music check mode here. Yep, everything you need. Game start. All your fighters are here. There is some letterboxing, cutting off the top and bottom of the screen. Sprites are a bit smaller here, not just in the menu, but in the game, but still, for what you could do on this system, it's pretty impressive. And if you ever noticed, yes. Oh, I didn't press anything. It just timed out. Yeah, you and Ken have the same body type, just different heads. Yes. Again, not super fast, but I mean, you can't really, like, this is not really a stripped down game. Okay, this isn't the easiest level. I should try a bit harder. But even, you have the the peace sign, V sign, victory up there too. Again, yeah, everything's a bit smaller, but come on, it's even some background animation. It's really, really impressive. Imagine trying to put Street Fighter II on the NES, for example. Like, what kind of cutbacks would be necessary? Definitely wouldn't have this color. You wouldn't have this animation. You wouldn't have all of the sprites would even be even smaller, like looking at the tiny super deform mode maybe. This is yeah. Yeah, it's just great. Okay, I should try a bit harder. Maybe use a special move or two. And not difficult at all. Oh, wow. I guess Hadouken is very strong. Oh, fun little thing. He says Hadouken, and in Japan, the different prefectures are called Todo-Fuken, for To Circuit for Hokkaido. I'm sorry, To is the Tokyo Metropolitan. Do is Hokkaido. Fu is Kyoto and Osaka. They call themselves Fu instead of Ken. And then Ken is every other prefecture. Like, I'm in Ibaraki Ken right now. There's also Tokyo To, Saitama Ken, and so on. So, whenever I mention that, when you talk about your prefecture, it's called the Todofuken. So I always say it, Todofuken, like Hadouken. It's pretty funny. I'm giving you time to laugh. Hadouken. Todofuken. For those who do not know the Japanese language, it is not Hadouken. Do is a sound that does not exist in the Japanese language. I mean, people can make the sound if it's, saying a foreign word, but to elongate an O sound, you add oo to make a long O sound. Even try it yourself, so O, when you kind of let up, it goes oo at the end there, right? So, it is Ha-do-u-ken, and the O is just not as long as the oo here. Hadouken. So let's do one of those again. You can hear the little bitty do before the oo. Wow. Oh no, I might lose the game. He's full of guile. There we go. I should try to do a Shoryuken also. And for people who care enough about it, when you translate these, do not do the hard R, Shoryuken or whatever. His name isn't Ryu or Ryu, it's Ryu. It's a flap of the tongue. So yeah, it's not impossible to pull the moves off. Again, the D-pad isn't as... Well, I mean, no D-pad on the system is as good as, say, ones that Nintendo have made. I'd say it's better than Sega, though. It's pretty decent. There we go. Still got a win there. That's a W. That's a V. And then the wind comes forward you. So, yeah. Oh, and also, Yu is a very, very common name in Japan, as is Ken, so... If you, oh, yes, the bonus stage. Nice. So if you meet someone like that, they don't need to know anything about the, character. Oh, you're Yu, like in Street Fighter. Ha 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 ha. Wish it was like Final Fight where the guy was like, oh my car. Oh my car. Doug, I think that character was. Okay, great. High score, which, you know, of course means nothing. The extra memory does not mean that you have saved game scores here. There we go. Mirror images with different heads. Da 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 da. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, too bad this is the game before their super moves. Yep. So there we go. This is you know, now I'm just playing Street Fighter II, and you're watching a small monitor of a small version of Street Fighter II. But yeah, I will play this version over the Mega Drive version any day. Now, of course, the Nintendo controllers are very well made, and the extra resources of the Super Famicom does make a much better game there. But until very recently, my favorite Street Fighter game of all time was Super Street Fighter II Turbo on the 3DO system. Played that so much, so many years. Only until the Switch had the Street Fighter II Ultra, I think it is, the Ultra Edition, which is now, finally with those graphics and with one of the better controllers, it is the best version of Street Fighter II. But even so, of course, if I want to play a classic Street Fighter II, it is the 3DO version of Super Street Fighter II Turbo. It's, you know, other than small loading times, it is basically the arcade version, which is very, very tight. And, of course, you have the, or I have the Capcom Fighter designed 6-button controller for 3DO, which is very nice also. Perfect. Great. But one more round, and then we'll finish up. But you can see, of course, the again, the backgrounds, the models, slightly smaller everything, but very good everything. Now we go to the Soviet steel mill here. I like to use the best fighting game combo, the jump kick followed by the, yeah, the, what's it, the tripping kick. Foot sweep. I notice now that he doesn't have any shoes. So, there was a time there where I actually wrestled without shoes. Maybe almost a year, a lot of matches. One day I was at a festival in Ibaraki, and I just happened, I forgot my wrestling shoes. And so I thought, you know what, I'll just wrap the feet up in the black supports and go out there, and I found it very, very comfortable to make to have a good match without pro wrestling shoes. And I just got used to it. I liked the freedom that it gave, but yeah, a couple of kind of iffy landings after jumping, especially off the top rope. Ugh. Okay, I thought, yeah, my ankle might snap here, so let's not do that anymore. You know, I said that'd be my last match, but here I am still playing Street Fighter II. How about that? Weird how that works out, right? Oh, nice! I forgot, this version does have the elephants yelling. He's so skinny, but he can throw people. Come on, Stretch Armstrong. There we go. This is just a good, tight, very, very well made, getting every last bit out of the system performing game. Just so good. Actually, I'm so close to... I'm Battle 7, so yeah. I think I'm very close to actually just getting to the end. I'll try to get to the end on this easy level. Wow. Wow. That's not good. Oh, this is not good. Let's put some space between us here. Just to... Okay, there we go. Nice. Let's keep up the good work here. Dalton, what's next? Why, of course, What's next should be... There we go. What? Oh, you do face your mirror here in this version. Dun, 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 dun. Didn't notice it before. Also, clear voices. If you remember, like the Mega Drive version, the Mega Drive always had really tough, time with voice digitized speech, and it's just really, really good here. Very impressive. I can't see. Yeah, it's slightly bigger fighters and maybe slightly more color, but yeah, just gameplay-wise, this is just. I feel this is just a much better game than a Mega Drive version of the same. One more thing that, yeah, if this had come out in the US before, you know, the 16-bit systems were well established, this could have changed everything. Just. You know, especially if you know, the Turbo Duo, the Duo was out before, say, the Mega CD and this kind of game was there. Be a very different time with gaming now. M. Bison, the real M. Bison, that's Mike Bison. Ladies in the background, looking nice. Mike Bison cannot kick. To his own detriment. Got kicked in the face to lose. Mean Hall Casino Golden Nugget. Perfect fight. Only a few more, assuming things go this way. We'll see the ending for the main character from the original Street Fighter. You. Actually, though, for people who are not native Japanese speakers, the three sounds of rye-ooh and ryo are probably the most difficult to get right just by study. Very similar to the L and R for Japanese people to study in English, so don't feel too bad if it's tough, but yes, he is indeed ryu. Oh yes, this bonus stage. I'm not good at this one, though. Can I get them all? Can I? Maybe. 7 seconds left. Yeah. Nice. I wonder if these are some kind of record being so good. I'm such a good player. Alright, 3 more. Next is from Spain. Balrog. It's the claw. There we go. It tripped your lanky legs up. That's right, get another one. Get another one. Oh, wall climb, cage climb. You know what? I never bothered to ever know if he can do that in other levels. I'd think not. Oh, I kind of wished he would win so you could hear the, you know, rye-ooh thing, which is pretty fun. Alright, high scores galores. Da 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 da. Oh dear. So there we go. Feeling good about winning this one too, of course. Oh, he can do the Chun-Li wall jump. There we go. That last one was unblockable. Fist in the air. Black belt. A true world warrior. Oh, his beautiful face. 2 more. Next is the ultra tall Sagat. And of course, everyone should know this, but you win the original Street Fighter as you with the Shoryuken into this guy's chest, scarring him, and that's what's remaining there on his body. He's a tall drink of water, that's for sure. But he can be thrown. Sorry there, reclining Buddha. By the way, as I do have a degree in Asian religion and history, it's my bachelor's, the Siddhartha Gautama, the actual person who is venerated as Buddha, when living, he was not fat. A lot of people say a fat Buddha statue. He actually was an ascetic, and he basically starved himself for enlightenment. So he was very, very tiny and skinny. Oh dear. There we go. So yeah, people who want to know, when you see those fat statues in the Chinese restaurant, that's not Buddha. People don't worship that. Those are bodhisattvas, kind of very similar to what Christians might believe in as far as angels go. Those little fat, little happy dudes are angels, not gods. They're not worshipped. They're just figures and signs of... Like you might have an angel figure or something, I don't know. Whatever you want to believe, but hey. Come on, Vega. I wonder if he's related to Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction. I wish that Vega Brothers movie that was rumored to eventually be made might come out. Yeah, so Quentin Tarantino, I'm sure you're watching this. Please make that movie. And maybe throw in this guy. Make it Vega triplets. Oh yeah, that's right. That character from Kill Bill. I forgot. I think he was supposed to be Vincent Vega's brother or something? Oh well. Michael Madsen, I think his name is. His character. Anyway, here's the ending. I just won the whole game perfectly. What? Where's you? Wait, where is he? He should be number 1. He's just walking. He's just walking down a path, a tree-lined path, with only 2 frames of animation for the trees. He is still looking for the true path. He is looking for a new fight. Kind of looks like he's walking backward if you watch the animation kind of weirdly there. Okay, there we go. And now comes the credits. Thanks, Hyper Mickey. Maybe that's Mickey Mouse. Koji Yoshida. Cutie Yamada. Alright. Just go through the credits, they deserve it. Isao Abe's nickname is Oyaji, which means like grandpa, so he must have been middle-aged or something on the team. Ooh. So far, yet to see a female worker on this game. Yep. So far, all people have been having male names, so that should tell you something. There's one Chie. Okay, great. Alright. So at least they had some female input on, maybe Chun-Li. Make sure she is really female, That Meg could also be like Megumi or something. But it's hard to tell. Alright. Breath. Professor F, nice. Oh, Sheen. Thanks to you. Hey, Yo Miyazaki. I wonder if that is based on the, just kind of a shout out to the SNK character. What was it? I forgot if that's Art of Fighting, but yeah. The game that basically ripped off, that character ripped off Ryo. I think it was Yo Miyazaki, yeah. There we go, number 1 by a mile. Japan Game Junk. Full playthrough, that's a rarity. Great game, great conversion. Get a PC Engine and get this. It's still a really cheap game because it was so popular, so easy to find. It's wonderful. It's Street Fighter 2. It's the best. Da 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 da.